Yo, it's your girl, Madam T. We in episode 8, Harder to Go podcast, man. And I got my blood with me, man. Introduce yourself, man.
What's down with it? It's your boy 9Milli, aka the Prince of the Mob. You heard me? You know what's down with it.
I say it again, and that's what I was going to ask you, bro. Where you from, man?
Oh, you already know Southeast DC Lynch Mob, man. Shout out to New Orleans. You know, that's my second home. Everybody know what's down with me. In New Orleans, you know how that shit go. You hear me? Yeah.
And the main thing I want to know, because since I've been growing up, I've been knowing about you doing the music, and that's how I got into music, gravitating around the family.
Mm-hmm.
How long you been doing it?
I won't say I started really rapping for real around like 12 years old. You hear me? Me and my little brother, we used to go over our uncle's house. You hear me? We used to, he played in a little band and shit, but he had like a little studio in his apartment. You hear me? And he used to let us play around, no diddy with the microphone and shit like that, you hear me? And then he started actually really recording us and shit, you know what I'm saying? And he had let us hear it. We ain't really never take it serious until, you know, we started really like going over there every other week and actually started doing it, and it became like a little routine. And like, shit, man, I won't be a rapper, you hear me? Then I grew up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Listen to Cash Money and all that shit, you know how that shit go. And they motivated a nigga, inspired nigga that wanted to become a rapper at that point in time in life. Yeah. So that was that.
So that's what you telling me, like, that's what made you want to get into music? Or like, overall, I feel you. So that's the era that we grew up on. What is something like, I really wanted to ask you this, like, what's something that you really most understood about?
What, as far as rap or just?
Just overall, you as a person, I know who you is, so the world know who you is. Just explain that, something that you most understood about.
I'm most understood about loyalty. Yeah, I'm most understood about loyalty and morals and principles. That's one of my biggest things. Even meeting people, running across people, is loyalty. We building a partnership, or how the case may be. That L word gotta be in it. You know what I'm saying? Because everything falls up under loyalty. You know, love, respect, everything goes up under that. If you got morals and principles in life, at the end of the day, we gonna always connect. So that's like one of the most things that I'm really big on, and I'm understood with is loyalty. If you ain't got that, I don't want to be around you. Keep it gangster.
Like, I'm just looking at my cousin, I just like really see the growth in the man, and like he is so calm right now when I'm talking to him, and his gesture, man, like just everything right now. If you could turn back and talk to your 18-year-old self, what would you tell him?
18 years old, dog, I was brainwashed. You hear me? I'm brainwashed to a lot of stuff, you know, that I was taught, you know, and at that point in time, it was right. So it followed me for years and years and years on down the line, you hear me? Until I actually got to prison and started learning how to handle certain situations in a different perspective in life, you hear me? So I said to say that I would tell my 18-year-old self, I don't know, it's hard because I don't regret nothing.
You don't suppose?
Yeah, so it's like me telling him, I mean, he had to go through these trials and tribulations to be who I am today. So to keep it gangster, like, I wouldn't tell him that. I would just say, at the end of the day, I should have listened more to my mom in a perspective, and I should have paid more attention and had a more relationship with God. So I say that.
Give yourself more pat on the shoulder today. Look who he is today, and look at the outcome. The main thing I want to say, like, if your life had a theme song, what would it be? I wanted to ask him that. I had to write that. Like, I wanted to know. Like, if your life was a theme song, which one would it be?
Shit, morals and principles. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear that.
And it's morals and principles, man. I mean, like I say, I'm just so big on that, man. It's the top of the food chain. It's like, if we got a tree, the top of the tree will be morals and principles, and everything else is gonna fall up under it, man. And what comes up under that, like I say, if you got morals and principles, you know you gotta put God first, and everything else after that. So it's like, that's one of my things, you know. We put him first, everything else goes in that, but that just goes on with having morals and principles. You can be loyal to your men, but you gotta stay loyal to God too, man. You know what I'm saying? And that just with me, you hear me? And me having to learn and go through these trials and tribulations in life to get a great understanding of that. People don't understand, dog. It's hard to really tap out of a brainwash mentality, and that's what's going on right now with this youth. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of brainwash, and a person who was brainwashed can understand and relate to the people that's brainwashed. You know what I'm saying? So a person that's never been brainwashed before, they don't know how to treat the youth. They don't know how to really sit down and understand what the fuck they got going on right now in the day. You hear me? Because they never been brainwashed before. So you gotta understand they brainwashed by what they got going on. So again, my life story would be definitely my song be or whatever it be, Morals and Principles.
I love how you like just overall say what you said, because like I'm telling you, when I'm looking at you and just watching you talk how you talk, I can see it like again the growth, the peace, and your gesture, you just calm as hell. And most people that I've interviewed, I'm not taking nothing away from nobody. Like the body movement is just still because like, hey man, you know who you is. And man, me growing up, this been my family. And I'm not just saying this because we're in the interview. Like, hey, he one of the greats in the city, and I think overall we need more love and appreciation for the things that we did and overcame. And I just want to tell you, man, I'm proud of you.
That's a fact. I appreciate that one. You know, that shit, man. I know you too. Like I said, at the end of the day, I know I be busy as hell. You know what I'm saying? So I try to stay busy and stay tired, so I won't put energy into foolishness. Yeah. So that be my thing. It don't be, you know, it ain't got nothing to do with nobody, you or nobody else like that. It's just, man, my lifestyle is so different. You know, when you transition over from being a rap artist to a businessman, you gotta conduct yourself in that kind of manner. You can't conduct yourself and call yourself a businessman, but you moving like a rapper. You know what I mean? Them two things don't even mix. You know what I mean? So it's like, that just been my whole angle, man. It's just being a dad, you know what I'm saying? And having to think and make every calculated move for the sake of mine. Yeah, that's just, you know, that's
and
just
that's what I wanted to ask. Like, overall, look, I know the love that you have for her. Like, but I love to hear a father talk about their daughter, because I grew up different with just my mother. But I love to see how you love her, and every time that you spend, it's definitely what you'll see. How do that make you feel? How did it make you overcome a lot of things, period?
I mean, you know, what made me, when you say overcome,
like far as like when you experience like just having your girl and y'all just, I see all your time that you and your daughter share, and I just think it's most precious and genuine thing, because I didn't grow up with it, and to see the man that you is today and overall growth in your time most is spent with her.
Yeah, a lot of that, a lot of my time, and when like I say, the time that I do get, I spend as much as I can with my daughter, because like you said, we both growing up didn't experience that. I didn't experience that with my daddy, so I vowed to not let my daughter go through this shit yet. You heard me? And like I said, once I tapped out of that brainwash mentality, I started to focus on what matters the most, you know, and the streets is not on the top of the list no more. Yeah, so
most definitely.
So, you know, you gotta just really focus on and put energy into what matters the most. And, you know, my daughter's been one of them, so it's like, she saved me from a lot of stuff. Again, at the end of the day, she one of one. She's just a fresher breath of air, though. Like, it's the little small things that I enjoy doing, like picking her up from school, saying ABC, like I was going to, I was just going at the D, to get my passport. I was trying to put in for a passport. And on the way there, we singing ABCs, you hear me? Like shit like that. You know, I used to dream myself about, you know, picking her up from school, buying her clothes and shit like that. When she come to my crib, she got her own goddamn dresser. She got everything exists for her. Like, she don't have to go to the store, because goddamn it, I got a store inside my house. You hear me? Everything filled with all her favorite snacks. She's a Snicker fan. She loves her Snickers. Yeah, she loves Snickers and Twix. You hear me? So she loves Snickers, Twix and Capri Suns.
Capri Suns.
So I got a house full of all that shit when she come over. You know what I'm saying? It just let her know, like, you know, I'm gonna be the #1 man in your life until you get married, and that's just what it is.
Y'all hear that? The #1. Hey man, most fathers I feel like need to have these type of situations, not even situations, my bad, like compliments towards it. You know how beautiful and precious he said his daughter is. Like, most fathers should share them moments, son. And hey, most of us need it. I need it. The world need it. Hey, fathers matter, just like the mothers matter. What's the best compliment you got?
What you mean, best compliment father?
I mean, we know, you handsome, father do. Whatever, best compliment. Look at like the drip, just everything overall.
This some shit I just threw together. I ain't even gonna hold it. Shout out to my dog Marvin, the big homie from down there, Wellington Park.
Yeah.
This is Cloverline right here. You heard me? He gave me the hood. He got a whole mean murder movement going on, and I'm definitely backing this play 100%. When I just bought it, I don't get that.
Something he put on.
And then I don't ask for shit for free. You know what I'm saying? I always tell people, man, you hear me? If you fuck with niggas and you dealing with niggas and you won't see their dreams prevail, you gotta pay for it. You know what I'm saying? Because the more you put money in his pocket, it helps create an even more bigger idea or even more creativity that he may have to go along with his brand. You know what I'm saying? You can add more designs, more creativity, more hoodies with, you might have fucking hood with a pocket on top. You just never know. Like, it's just, I just don't believe in giving, getting up for free because of who I am. You know what I'm saying? Far as like people when they come out with their new clothing line, and people tell you on here, I ain't never won nothing for free for nobody when it came to them supporting their whole little clothing line or their little movement. If it made sense to me, I'm gonna support it.
No, I respect that, though. Everything I ever see on the media anywhere, he do support the city. Locally, he everywhere. Globally, he everywhere. That's something we gonna get into. But I just want to know, like, what's your morning routine like?
So my morning routine, I work goddamn most of the time. So I wake up around like 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock to pray. I make salat, I make fajr. I make fajr. I probably doze back for about 10, 15 minutes. I get up, brush my teeth. Yeah, little nap in. Wake up, brush my teeth. When I'm brushing my teeth, I put like I boil my little hot water for my coffee. Thanks to the federal prison, I still drink coffee. So that's how I get my drink, eat a little watermelon and shit like that.
That's my thing.
Get my day started like that. Pack my little lunch. I'm getting old, so I pack my lunch and all kinds of shit. You heard me? So I walk around my little lunch bag and all that shit. You heard me? So so after I brush my teeth and get my coffee, shit, I'm heading out the door, man. And whatever I'm going through in my personal life, I leave that shit at the door when I walk into my place of business, man. So
that's how you're supposed to clear head. You tell more people that, like, and tell them, bro, like, in the world that you living in, you don't take personal into
you gotta leave, and that's how I end up finding a lot of people too. I'm in management, so I be finding people and hiring people. And I'm big on, again, a positive environment. I'm big on that. I'm big on positive energy. If you can't have that at a workplace where I'm allowing you to get money and allowing you to get as many hours as you want, all I want is you to bring the peace. And whatever you got on the outside of this shit here, leave that shit at the door, homie, because you don't want that shit to transition to somebody else's human body, because it's energy, and energy has its way to entering people's bodies, and you don't want that shit. Then it become a big old fiasco at a workplace, and that's
and I love that. My cousin ain't on energy just like me. Like,
we gotta talk.
Energy.
This energy, you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
everything. And the main thing I want to say, this is no script, no nothing. I seen you overcome a lot. Have your upbringing changed you, made you who you is today, made you overlook a lot of things? Because when I look at you, like, I don't hear no negativity about my cousin in the street, to be honest. I hear real shit, and I'm gonna say it like that. I appreciate you still being stand up, because there's not too many out here that still stand on 10. Fuck 10, we talking about 20, 50, 100. I appreciate that, though. And he don't step on niggas, and he could. He just stayed in his own lane, in his own world, and still show love to everybody. I just want to tell you, man, that's one in the middle.
Yeah, no, for real. And for it to come from you, man, it means a lot to me even more. You know what I mean? That, again, the way I move, the way I operate, and notice whether people tell me or not. You know what I mean? A lot of people been inspired by me, whether it's the streets, positivity, my swag, whatever. People, you hear it, they out here, they barring. I ain't gonna see nobody stealing my shit here because I don't want nobody to feel like I'm Disney, but niggas is barring the swag. It is what it is. I mean, at the end, as long as y'all know the originator, that's all that matters.
He paved the way.
For a lot of people, for a lot of these big dudes who y'all will see on the internet or y'all will see on these stages, man, trust me, I done mentored them, I showed them the way, you know what I'm saying, with this shit here. I'm not stingy when it comes to giving a blueprint. At the end of the day, I tell you the pros and cons that come with this shit. It's up to you, to, like I say, to really like go forward and really want it for yourself, you know, because I can't just give it to you and just keep giving it to you every time you fuck up. You know what I'm saying? You gotta really want it yourself and learn from the mistakes. I mean, mistakes is not a bad thing. And people gotta understand that. Even when you make mistakes, my niggas, it's learning experience. Now, if you make the same mistake 2, 3, 4 times, it's no longer a mistake. That's just what you is. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. But my upbringing had a lot to do with who I am today. You know, like I said, I grew up getting bullied at one point in time. You hear me? A lot of people, you know, they don't live in their true self, so they not.
I love that you telling the truth.
You know, I grew up getting bullied and shit. You know, by dudes from 30th Street. You know, at one point in time, and that made me a savage. You know what I'm saying? When I finally fought the person who used to bully me and how the case may be, and then, you know, later on down the line, XYZ happened. You know how that shit go. It just turned me to a savage, man. That's one of the main reasons why I hate bullies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm totally against bullying, and that's one of the reasons why I don't drag my nuts on niggas, and I know I can. I don't be aggressive with a lot of dudes, and I got an army with me. You know what I'm saying? A lot of shit I don't speak on or I care to put energy into, because if it puts me in a situation where, you know, I put myself in a situation to either go back to jail or kill or possibly getting killed my damn self. What made me last so long, besides praying to God, is knowing that I ain't untouchable. See, a lot of people walk around this bitch like they untouchable, then they get touched.
Definitely do.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what people hate about a nigga. You will make a nigga who in a cup won't touch you because you think you untouchable. The reason why they respect 9Milli, because I know I'm not untouchable. I know I could be touched, and I walk like I can be touched. Because if I didn't, I wouldn't have all these niggas or securities around me.
Y'all heard me say he walk.
Man, I walk around this bitch, man, like I know I could be touched. You hear me? People gotta understand that'll take you a long way, man. Just move militant, dog. Move militant.
And I love that energy, man. And one thing I want to say, like, I appreciate your time, man, your spirit, man. Everything to me that I see within you today, hey, man, I love, man. We grew up together, man, in the same household. So who I see today, man, I'm loving who you is, and I got inspiration from you to do certain things and how I move with my business. I didn't just jump out there and do certain things. A lot of things I'm gonna get better in. A lot of mistakes I'm gonna make. But that's just life. Man, I seen you come home and just, man,
elevate.
Fuck the street up.
Yeah, I mean,
man, just speak on that real quick.
Again, just having a blueprint, having that mindset. One of my biggest motivations for me being successful and striving to be even more successful is a motherfucker saying I can't. You know, I love that word where a person say, man, you ain't be able to do this, or you can't do that, round, and I show them that's my motivation, because I want to show y'all I can. You know, I'm cool being the one that's counted out, because I'm gonna show you that I'm the one that you count on. You know what I mean? And that's just what it is. And like, I mean, all the negativity that, you know, was ever presented my way, it was motivation to me. I didn't take it as a way or an excuse that when I do fail, if I fail, I use that as an excuse that, oh, I had too many haters, or because I got a background, I can't do X, Y, and Z. When you walk around with that kind of fucking mentality, you'll never be nothing in life. You know what I mean?
And that's what I wanted to say. Like, I watch you not let nothing hold you back. No, nothing that you've been through. So that real life motivated.
Even when I was talking to you in jail, you know, when I was going through my little murder situation, I told her, I said, I'll be back. You know,
I already knew you was.
They think they got me, and I'm like, they gotta understand. When you in a certain kind of field, you know, you gotta know the field that you in, meaning that you gotta do real background check and research and know what's what in the field that you in. I ain't going into particular depths about this shit, but you know how that shit goes, you know what I'm saying? And just put God first, you hear me? But I say that to say that a lot of times people just be freestyling out here, homie. They free as a rack of punch ins and punch outs, you hear me?
Yeah.
And I ain't talking about in the
Yeah,
I'm speaking what they normal life routine. They don't know what's going on. You know, you got people who rob people but don't know the statute of limitation behind robbery. You know, so when they go to court, they looking dumb. They looking for this white man. They looking for this Caucasian man or this black man to do everything for them. And they find themselves boxed in. Me, different.
No, I'm over here.
I'm in the law. I know crimes. I know if I'm in Maryland, I know they state laws. I know what they can do and what they can't do. And the number one thing you have to do is shut the fuck up. Like, what I mean by that is all that boozing and banging on the internet. When I was going through my shit, you never seen me on the internet.
No.
You never seen me with a cell phone in the jails and like I'm having fun. I want people to forget about me. Because when you forget about me, then I can actually operate on how I'm going to calculate winning my situations. And that's what I did, you heard? And so,
hey, he came home and did his thing.
Yeah.
Most people, like I said, been through or had different situations. More of y'all need to listen to and understand what he's saying. He calculated. He wasn't worried about what nobody else was doing. He wasn't focused on none of that. He was focused on Milli, 9Milli. The prince of the what?
The mob, man.
Come on, man. We in episode 8, man. And I want to tell my big cousin, man, I appreciate you. I love you. Hey, man, I love the accent. Hey, man, we know where you from. We know where you rap, but the accent, it fits you.
Yes, a lot of these people, they get so mesmerized, you hear me, about the accent that they forget the message.
Tell them again.
I said a lot of people, they get so mesmerized about the accent that they forget the most important thing, the message that I be talking, you hear me? And I just feel like again, as we all know, DC is not the same. You know, the rap style is different, the slang is different, everything is different, you hear me? But, you know, like I said, you know, that's my home. That's my home, our home, and I love it with a passion, you know what I'm saying? And it's just what it is, and I'm one of the ones that when you go down there, they want to embrace you because of niggas like me. Yeah. Straight up. So go down there and get you some good crawfish and catfish and gumbo.
I love me some catfish.
You know, they got the best drinks down there for the low. Yeah, go down there.
I gotta slide down
and party. That's DC's second home, wherever y'all know it or not. We like brothers down there, homie. So go down there. If you've never been to New Orleans, go down to New Orleans. Shout out to my cousin Third Life, everybody. He on there on tour right now with Kevin Gates handling his business. We cooking up something too real big, you heard me? That we about to bring back to the city. It's gonna be like I forget. I ain't gonna tell y'all the theme about it, but this note's gonna come like in the end of September type shit.
Yeah, he always was something. You would never see him put it out there, like you just see him just drop them on. He just be like, I'll be like.
And also about the movie, you gotta let them know about the movie too, man. I got a movie coming out too, man. The battle. That's the projected date for that is October. So hopefully, like I say, if it does hit in October, by the grace of God, I'm definitely gonna make sure you at the work with me and shit like that.
I appreciate that. You see how
we're gonna have red carpet on.
I love being with my cousin.
Yeah, so it's gonna be lit. I gotta get sanctum tickets too. It's gonna be lit though. It's gonna be free. You ain't gotta pay for nothing. We gonna hold court like some gangsters and have fun and party because this is a major film that's gonna be on Tubi, Amazon Prime.
I'm real live proud.
So yeah, so like, and then I got other shit in the making. Tubi talking to the directors and producer about starting a TV series here called DC Ugly as well. Yeah. So we just doing the junk called Land is Ugly. And then like I said, we're gonna start doing the DC's Ugly. We're gonna make sure everything is right, the I's dotted, the T's crossed. We got enough budget for the shit that we want. Cause we don't want this shit looking corny. That ain't gonna happen on my
No, not at all.
You heard me? And it's crazy when I landed the lead role in the battle. I played a school teacher in a movie, which was something outside my comfort zone, but it was either a hit or a miss, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people say, man, I struck gold, man. I hit a home run with this bitch here, you hear me? And it's opened up more doors. Just imagine coming in as a fucking lead role and then you turn into a co-director, you know, a co-producer, a cameraman. Like, I'm doing every fucking thing.
Y'all work everything out in your favor. It's for you.
Yeah, so that was one of my biggest accomplishments since I've been home in 2024. Yeah.
And I love that. And one thing I want to say, man, I appreciate you coming out again to my podcast, Hard to Go podcast episode.
She been trying to get me for a minute, dog. You hear me? Like, she been trying to get me for a minute. I'm like, cuz, look, I'm going to come. I just be busy as hell, man. And I wish you all the success and just continue to stay prayed up. You understand that, like, that, Madam T, with this right here, and anything that you do in life, you have to crawl before you walk. So right now, you gotta understand that just start right here. It don't end right here. You hear me? And I tell you this, and I said it to say that I'm gonna tap into this thing right here. I started at U-Haul $14 an hour, homie. I'm in management now.
Yeah, you already said
1 year later. You heard me?
It's just so many different looks that I see within my cousin. The image of a man, like, he overall can be what the fuck he wants to be.
Nah, and that's the shit and the message that we gotta definitely push out there to the people, man. Don't keep following the trend. Be your own trendsetter, homie. I'm telling you, dog. It's cool to be a plumber, electrician. That don't make you less of a gangster, homie. Real talk.
Most definitely.
You heard me? And see, people be having that gangster definition all fucked up in life too. You heard me? They think it just shoot them up, bang, bang. You heard me? But a gangster got more as a principle. A gangster handles P's and Q's first before anything. So understand that the household, the priorities, all that is first. God first.
It's gangster to be smart.
That's first, and then everything else is out of that. So that's what make a nigga a real gangster. You hear me? So that's why I consider myself a gangster. I don't look for nothing.
Yeah.
I ain't going for nothing. Please, I ain't going for nothing. The whole world should know that by now. I'm just on peace, homie. I'm on peace. I'm on positivity. Again, I'm all about making a bag and elevating and being legendary, and also just setting the tone for the people that come after me and after them and after them. Yeah, that's what it is.
And y'all hear motivation. He giving motivation to the youth. He giving motivation to the world. Man, he just told y'all who he was. The Prince of Mall, 9Milli, Harder to Go podcast. Your host, Madam T, episode 8. Man, I want to thank you for coming out, showing up, showing love to me. And man, I love you, man.
I love you more, man. You already know what it is, cuz.
Already.
1.
Episode 8, man.